Hold on. I need you to feel this with me. The Chiefs just walked into Baltimore and turned what people were calling a heavyweight matchup into a clinic. From kickoff, they were the sharper team, the faster offense, the smarter play callers, and yeah, the scoreboard proved it. If you watched, you know it didn't feel like one of those nervy, edge-of-your-seat Chiefs games from the last year. This was control from snap one. That matters. Here's the simplest way to put it. After everything the Chiefs went through last season, this felt like the kind of game that wipes away a lot of the scar tissue. You could see players moving with conviction, coaches willing to be aggressive, and Patrick Mahomes operating with that best player in the world confidence. For a fan, moments like this remind you what a full-strength Chiefs offense looks like. And it's exciting again. Quick interaction for you. Right now in the comments, type yes if you expected this blowout, or no if you were surprised. I'll be watching the replies and will pin the best ones. If you're enjoying this breakdown and want more midweek film sessions and player spotlights, do me a favor, hit subscribe and help us get to 5,000 subscribers. That's the exact target that lets us level up production and get more detailed breakdowns out every week. Hit the like button too so YouTube knows you want this content. Now, let's zero in on Xavier Worthy, because this game wasn't just a good performance. It was a statement. In his first meaningful action with the offense this season, he finished with 5 catches for 83 receiving yards and added 2 carries for 38 rushing yards. Those numbers alone matter, but they don't tell the whole story. What Worthy did to Baltimore's defense changed how every coverage had to be played the rest of the afternoon. Here's the thing you need to understand. Worthy isn't just fast. He's a real route runner with NFL instincts. On tape, you could see him win off the line, sell a short route, then explode vertical so that Mahomes could throw into clean windows. That short to deep sequencing forced Ravens defenders to decide, do you try to jump the short stuff or sit deeper to limit the bomb? Either choice created openings elsewhere. Suddenly, the flats were open for quick screens, seams popped for tight ends, and the running game had more room because safeties were stretched thin. 2 plays in particular show his impact. The early catch that got the offense going was a microcosm. Quick release, clean separation, and a yak-friendly alignment that immediately made Baltimore uncomfortable. Later, he took a reverse and abused pursuit angles for a big gain. That play didn't just add yards, it shouted to the defense that Worthy can be dangerous in space and on gadget concepts. When the defense respects your speed and your route craft, the whole playbook opens up. There's also the efficiency angle. Worthy's contributions carry value beyond raw yards. He averaged roughly 0.7 EPA per targeted pass and about 1.45 EPA on his rushing plays, which is elite-level impact for each touch. For you as a fan, that means every time he's involved, the expected outcome leans positive. Mahomes doesn't need a messy drive when Worthy's creating chunk plays. That's championship-level leverage in an offense. Give Worthy a grade from 1 to 10 in the comments for this game. 1 is just okay, 10 is superstar level. Be honest. I'll read them and feature a few in the next breakdown. The real beauty of Xavier Worthy's return wasn't just his stats. It was how he forced Baltimore to change everything about how they defended Kansas City. You probably noticed it too. The moment Worthy lined up, safeties started bailing deeper, corners gave extra cushion, and linebackers hesitated just enough to create space underneath. That ripple effect turned this offense into something we haven't consistently seen in over a year. Explosive, balanced, and unpredictable. Think about Juju Smith-Schuster and Tyquan Thornton. Both had been reliable, but defenses weren't scared of them stretching the field. Against Baltimore, though, with Worthy demanding attention on every snap, Juju suddenly had more clean looks over the middle, while Thornton found room to win against softer zones. Even the running backs benefited. Checkdowns and flats weren't clogged anymore because defenders had to respect the vertical threat. It's classic Andy Reid football when it's working. 1. Guy's gravity changes the entire geometry of the field. And let's talk play calling. Andy wasn't conservative. He leaned into Worthy's skill set. Quick hitters early to establish rhythm, a deep shot to keep the Ravens honest, then gadget plays like the reverse to stretch sideline to sideline. That's not just variety for variety's sake. It's sequencing. Each play sets up the next. Baltimore had no idea whether the next snap was going vertical, horizontal, or downhill in the run game. That unpredictability is exactly what's been missing at times since Tyreek Hill left. Now, with Worthy, it's back. What impressed me most was Mahomes' comfort. Did you notice how decisive he looked? No hesitation, just trust that someone would separate. When your QB has a target who can dictate coverage, everything looks easier. Even checkdowns to backs become 5-yard gains instead of 2. That's Worthy's impact without even touching the ball. Do you believe this Chiefs offense? With Worthy healthy and Rashee Rice coming back, is officially back to being the most feared unit in the NFL? Drop a yes or no in the comments. I'll tally them up and reveal the majority answer in the next breakdown. Okay? Real talk about the health side, because this matters. Worthy clearly wasn't at 100% repeat pace-wise. You saw him protect that shoulder, shorten his stride sometimes, and play a little conservatively when contact was looming. That's not a knock. That's smart. He's handling a shoulder. That's been a concern, and the fact he still made the plays he did is honestly encouraging. Early in the game, he took some hits that would normally send a rookie into the medical tent, but he finished strong and wasn't visibly worse for wear. That tells you two things. He's mentally tough, and the Chiefs' medical staff has managed him well. Physically, expect him to get better every week. Playing through an upper body issue, you may have heard shoulder brace or labrum mentioned, often means the player runs at 90 to 95% at first. As contact tolerance returns and reps pile up, top-end speed and route polish come back. For Worthy, that's huge. When he can open up fully and trust his body again, the separation he creates will be even more dangerous. Conditioning, rehab reps, and repeated game speed contact all speed that process. Also keep an eye on roster timing. Rashee Rice is reportedly close to returning, which only improves depth. For you, that means more matchup problems for opponents. Do you double Worthy and risk leaving Rice or Juju in one-on-one? Or do you game plan single coverage and live with the consequences? That's a great problem to have. Quick question for the channel. Do you want weekly short updates on Worthy's health and snap counts? Like a 5-line injury watch pinned to the top of the comments each week? Type yes injuries if you want it or no thanks if not. I'll use that to decide whether we prioritize those updates. Now let's make this all concrete. What does all of this mean for the season? Xavier Worthy coming back changes the ceiling for this offense in a way that matters every week. When you have a legitimate vertical threat who can also run routes with polish, you stop inviting single safety boxes and you force opponents to defend the whole field. That's not just helpful, it's transformational. For you, that means more explosive plays, shorter drives that finish in the red zone, and fewer times where the offense stalls out. In third and medium. Matchups to circle. Teams that play a lot of single high safeties or heavy nickel packages are suddenly in trouble. Worthy can punish cushions and create chunk plays. Also, watch division rivals who like to crowd the box. When safeties get pulled out, the Chiefs' run game and short passing game become tougher to stop. On paper, this offense looks more unpredictable and harder to game plan against than it did for long stretches last year. There's a confidence factor, too. When your weapons are healthy and Mahomes trusts his reads, you see cleaner decision-making and fewer abortive drives. That intangible, playing with swagger, is a playoff-level advantage. If Worthy keeps trending up and Rice returns healthy, the Chiefs aren't just contenders. They're one of the most dangerous offenses in the NFL every week. Final poll for you. In the comments, write back if you think this team is back to elite status, or still work if you think there's more to fix. I'll read through and share the community verdict in the next video. Before I sign off, if you like this breakdown, please subscribe and help us reach 5,000 subscribers. Every new sub gets us closer to higher quality edits, film clips, and faster breakdowns. Hit like and share the video with one fellow Chiefs fan who needs to see Worthy's impact. Thanks for watching. I'll be digging through the All-22 and breaking down the tape even deeper, so drop your Worthy grade, 110, your yes-no on whether the offense is fully back, and whether you want that weekly injury watch pinned comment. I read every comment and I'll pull the best ones for the next upload.